Agile DevOps and AI-driven testing have revolutionized how quality engineering teams operate. But these advancements also bring unique hurdles, from managing complex tech stacks and shorter release cycles to integrating testing into CI/CD pipelines and leveraging AI/ML for better coverage and defect protection. QE professionals face a dynamic environment that demands innovation and collaboration. In this session, we will uncover strategies to tackle these challenges head on, offering practical insights and real world examples from expert leadership of product squads. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another exciting session of Lambda Test XP podcast series. Through XP series, we explore a treasure trove of insights and innovations brought to you by renowned industry experts in the QA and testing ecosystem. I'm your host, Kavya, Director of Product Marketing at Lambda Test, and I'm thrilled to have you with us today. Today's session is all about redefining quality engineering so that you can overcome modern challenges using agile DevOps and AI-driven testing methodologies. Let me introduce you to our esteemed guest speaker, 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐞𝐬𝐡, the head of quality engineering at ProductSquads Technolabs. With over 18 years of diverse experience in IT, 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐸 is a trailblazer in quality engineering, project management, and digital transformation. He has successfully scaled QA teams, implemented cutting edge practices like AI-driven QA processes, and even modernized legacy systems for cloud migration. Beyond his professional milestones, 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐸 fosters collaboration through CSQA, a thriving QA community, and is a sought after speaker at industry events. And when he's not revolutionizing QE, you will find him exploring new cultures, drawing creative inspirations from his travels. It's a pleasure to have you here today, 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐥. Today's session is packed with valuable insights for tackling the pressing challenges in QE. Uh, 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐥 will guide us through integrating Agile and DevOps principles into testing workflows, scaling automation, and harnessing AI/ML. So let's jump straight onto the you know Give me a second, please. So now, without further ado, let me hand over the stage to 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐥. 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐥, we're excited to have you here. The floor is yours. Please let us know a bit about your professional journey in QE.
Hey Kavya, thank you very much. Thanks a lot for having me over here. So I was following this XP podcast and all since long, hearing out all the experts and all. And today I'm really glad to be part of this particular podcast, sharing as one of your guests. Thank you very much for that. Thanks a lot for really great introduction. You already covered a lot many things about myself. Just to add in something on that. So yeah, I'm 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐞𝐬𝐡, working as a head of QA at ProductSquads Technolab, based out at Ahmedabad. I have over 18 years of experience in the industry where I work more on the quality engineering, project management, and last couple of years I'm into the leadership role. I have started my journey in 2006 as a test engineer, and then I have wear many hats like I worked as an automation engineer, I worked as test lead, test analyst, QA practice lead, performance engineer, automation architect. I worked as QA manager, senior QA manager, and now I have landed at Product Squad as a head of QA. So far, like I work with manual testing, automation testing, functional performance testing, and all with various domain and all. Last couple of years, I am more involved into digitization or the modernization of the legacy products. Like in my this organization or in the previous organization, most of our customers, they are the product companies which are having the legacy systems, and they have like they want to migrate to from desktop to where they want to migrate to the cloud and all these things, and I'm heavily involved in creating the testing strategy for such complex migrations, creating the automation roadmap for that, helping them on their dream to fulfill that dream of modernization of their system. Yeah, and you know, when I'm not working, yeah, I like to travel and all. Thanks to mention about the CSQA, Committee for Software Professional. That's something we have started 3 years back, especially for the people in Ahmedabad and Gujarat. We have done so many events online and offline in these 3 years, like meetups, webinars, We have done some kind of workshops, conferences, and all. So thank you for that.
That sounds great. Thank you so much, Shailesh, for that introduction. And very excited to hear about some actionable examples from Product Squad's own journey that you have been leading, especially from a QA perspective. So let me jump onto the first question. That is, what are the biggest pain points your team faced before redefining your QE approach?
Great. So, as I mentioned, that at ProductSquads, we are involved into modernizing the QA, moving from legacy to the modern world applications. So before we redefined our processes, we defined our QE strategy and all. There are a couple of challenges that we are facing. Few of them where there were unstructured processes. There was not sufficient test coverage. There were not really good amount of regression test case or integration test cases, which covers each of the area of the product that we want to test. There was a lack of test data management. So data is a key, right, for any product. We are testing with the dummy data and all, but until and unless you are not testing it with something that your customer is going to use, there are high chances that you'll get some failure or the production leakages. So there was not adequate amount of data. Automation was quite limited. There was a limited focus on all the latest tools and on trending technologies because of the lack of bandwidth, as the bandwidth were just going into the like manual efforts and everything. There was not at all focus on the non-functional testings areas. And with all of those things, what we're ending up with, we're ending up with a lot and lot of effort into the manual testing or like designing the test cases and just executing that manually. We don't have anything there like CACD and all. So lots of time we spent on those things, which result into the crises or production leakage because of no proper data or there was no proper like test coverage. So these are kind of challenges that we were facing before we redefine our QA strategies.
Thank you for throwing insight onto that, especially because you definitely face these real world challenges. Every team sort of faces these challenges, and then you have to redefine and understand how you can create or come up with innovative solutions to solve those. Which brings me to the next question, which is how did Agile DevOps and AI/ML specifically impact your QA strategy, and what changes did you implement?
Yeah. So we went like we had like listed that these are the issues that we are facing and how we want to tackle that. So one of the issue was okay, we didn't have the automation, and due to that, we need to do lots of manual testing and all. There's no better coverage and all because of like things are here and there. One of the reason was that there was no effective collaboration between the teams and all. So that was one of the pain areas that we didn't have. We didn't have a like fast feedback loop. Because of that, we were ending up getting the feedback at the later stage, and we are ending up with a shorter amount of time to replicate and address them. Before that, we had to do the production deployment and all, and which resulted into the production leakages and all. And and just to resolve all these things, we have started implementing more into Agile. We move more and more into Agile. We started implementing the DevOps. We started implementing the AI and all with implementation of Agile, right? So we got, I mean, things like we got the shift left approach with Agile that really helped us out. With shift left approach, we have started doing the thing, we have started testing the things early. We have started a really great level of collaboration between the teams. QA team started very actively involved in everything like backlog grooming, with sprint planning, requirement discussions, and all sort of agile ceremonies, which bring a great level of collaboration between the team. Testing was happening on bits and pieces, but then testing was started like it was an integrated part of the whole development cycle. So with the shift left approach, we were able to have the early feedback about the testing. We were able to increase our coverage of the testing. We were able to collaborate more actively between the team. That really helped us out to reach to all the corner cases, edge cases area. And we started doing the retrospectives, which help us out. We started with the retrospective, we started thinking 3 step backs, okay, where we were wrong and what we need to correct. That's something we have done that, which ensure that really good alignment between the all the teams and the feedback loops. We started implementing the BDD in most of our projects and product. With the BDD integrations, we have leveraged the very clear and testable requirement uh, which we can execute. So this is how Agile helped us out. Main benefit was the shift left approach. We implemented the DevOps. So with Agile, we implemented lots of automation, and with automation, it brings also the DevOps into the picture. So we have developed a really great amount of automation framework, and that help us out to reduce some of the manual efforts that we were putting into functional testing or regression testing and all, which help the team to focus on more quality areas, like whatever is the critical areas to test. They were able to focus more time on that. They were able to reach to more corner areas. They will able to implement more edge cases to test, which help us out to uncover some of the hidden bugs. Automation help us out to run our regression and integration test suits overnight. And along with that, we implemented the CI/CD and the quality gates, and implementation of quality gate and CI/CD. They'll help us out in terms of the regular automation execution with each of the build. So we started getting the early feedback about okay, how are the things and all. If the we are getting, let's say, 2 build in a day, and we all executed our automation test with those 2 builds, and one build is getting failed, where everyone along with developers, products, QA, they get to know, okay, that this is what like failing, this is where the issue is, and they'll fix it within the same day. They deploy it, and again the automation run, and we are making sure that okay, everything is good, there is nothing breaking, and we can move ahead with that. So this is how they also help us. They also help us a lot on making the environment parity. In earlier, we had only like one environment, like dev environment or QA environment or something like that. But nothing was looked like a production environment. Generally, what happened in production environment, we have like a high availability or something, load balancers, and so many things are that. If you don't have that such an environment built for your testing, and if you are just using a very simple or environment, there might be possibility of some configuration issues, some environment level issues also. So we overcome that with the DevOps, with lots of Dockerization. We're starting using the Kubernetes and all, where we have built the environment which is production look like. Our automation is running on those environment. Even our automation, we are running on in parallel just to get it like faster and all. So this is how DevOps helped us out. As I told, one of the challenge was there was lack of non-functional tests, or I would say there was no focus on the non-functional testing. Due to that, we are getting very like complaint from our customers that okay, the slowness of the issues or something like that. With implementation of DevOps, we started performance monitoring. We started the active. We started actively implementation of the performance test engineering. We started getting okay, what is the like bottleneck? What is the like overall performance of the application, which helped us out to mitigate those performance areas, the non-functional challenges. That's something has been really benefited to us. So with Agile and DevOps, we want to move really faster in the shift left environment or to implement the automation and all. And this is where the AI played a very vital role. A team started using AI for everything we are doing in the testing. We want to write a test case. Okay, instead of writing the test case, we started using some of the AI tools and all. We are learning the prompt engineering. We give that prompt to those AI tools. We started getting those BDD test cases readily available. We and with the increased of implementation, we increased of using more and more AI tools. The tool that models got trained, right? So now we are it's trained in a way that we are getting 100 like around like 95, 98% of accuracy of kind of test cases that we want to to write, right? So this help us out to achieve 2x, 3x results. A tester typically spend 8 or 9 hours to write like around 30 to 35 test cases. Now we are able to do that within half an hour. So this is actually helped us out. So we saved the 7 hours which we are spending in automation. We saved the 7 hours in testing other areas, like we are doing the exploratory testing, risk-based testing, and all. This is where it has helped us out. We started implementing AI in the test data generation. One of the pain area was that the production looked like test data. So AI helped us out a lot to generate the synthetic test data. And it was like, I mean, the data that we wanted was kind of not that straightforward that anybody can create. You need some kind of good domain knowledge and all, which everyone don't have. This is where AI helped us out. Without any domain knowledge, we provide our inputs, and it has just created those data. With the really rich amount of test data, we started uncovering all the hidden issues which we are getting as production leakages. It helped us out to reduce the production leakages that we do have. AI helped us out in automation. So it helped us out to generate the script automatically. It helped us out in some of the reporting dashboards and all, where we can do some predictive analysis. It generated trains and all. So this is how AI, DevOps, Agile helped us out to overcome our challenges.
That is a very comprehensive approach that you just mentioned, Shailesh. I am sure that our audience would definitely gain a lot of insight into how you looked at the pain points, came up with the solutions, and not even in one single segment, right? But you took use of Agile DevOps and AI ML and then implemented this comprehensive solution. I'm sure that every testing team which is out there, every dev team that is out there, they're looking for to understand how you can ship faster. So and of course, I made a note of all the interesting points that
Thank
you
you.
were also mentioning, that, there have been multiple approaches that you have implemented, right? From ensuring that there is an effective collaboration between the teams so as to create this faster feedback loop, all the way up to figuring out the pain points, figuring out what can be added, adding the BDD approaches, using AI ML for test data generation, and of course, the way you went about implementing shift left approach, right? All these are very genuine and useful, approaches that our listeners can definitely implement. So thanks for sharing that. Um, Now, moving on to the next question, how does ProductSquads manage the challenges of shorter release cycles and the need for faster feedback loop? You, of course, mentioned that briefly in the previous question. So, how do you manage the challenges that arise with shorter release cycles?
Sure. So with shorter release cycle, the main challenges with that is you don't have sufficient time for testing because the release cycle is very short. You have a huge amount of regression tests to cover, and you don't have like sufficient time for that. There might be lack of automation, and there are frequent changes that we want to adapt within that short span of time. We need to ensure the effective test coverage as well. So these are some of the challenges that we have faced or we have seen in the shorter release cycle, and we need to have the quick feedback loops for that. Couple of things I already covered, and I might be just repeating that. So shift lab is something helped us out, right? So it helped you out to get the early feedback. It helps you out to get the better coverage. So this is how the shift lab will help us. Early automation really helped us out. It saved a lot of time of us, and using AI that helped us out. So use of AI helped us out in creating those automations, reducing time of test generation, etc., quality gates and everything. That helps us out to focus more on the risk-based testing, to focus more on the exploratory testings. This is how we have addressed all the challenges with the shorter release cycles. And nowadays things are looks more better than what we had in the past in all the shorter release cycles, because the kind of quick feedback loop or the continuous feedback loop is already implemented.
Thank you, Shailesh, because shorter cycles are definitely a challenge for most of the QE teams. So it's good to hear that how you went about implementing, um, the fast feedback loop for your team. Um, that is a definitely a practical approach. And moving on to the next question, that is, how do you effectively scale your test automation efforts to keep pace with the growing number of features and functionalities?
Okay. So one thing that I've seen like many times that when it's about automation, people started thinking about the rocket science. I would like to just say to like everyone who is doing automation, one message is just to keep the things very simple, right? So don't think complex. Don't try to implement something really complex. One thing that we had, or many of the other like companies, that something like I also heard about or I have experienced, is there are multiple products and multiple frameworks or multiple tools they are using. Product A using a technology X, product B using technology Y, project C using same technology Y, but both have again the different kind of framework and all. Some similar thing was with us as well, that was stopping us or not letting us to do kind of resource movement or the collaboration between teams, because it requires some kind of trainings to learn that tool or the framework, etc. So first thing we have done was the standardization of our framework of the tools. We have done a really good amount of feasibility study. We choose, okay, this is the tool we want to go ahead with that. Okay, we are using Selenium with Java. So why we choose the Java? Because okay, we have done all kind of analysis regarding what is the like kind of skill set we have on the floor, the people, what kind of language they know, or what kind of language they can be like they can be mentored quickly. What kind of community help we will be able to get? What kind of other stuff and all? What is the like fitment of the particular framework or tool with our requirement, with our products and all? So we have standardized our framework. So we instead of having multiple framework, we go ahead with the single framework, which is more stronger and scalable. And we have created a framework in a way that there are lots of reusable methods we have created. There are lots of reusability and all. So when a tester want to automate something with minimal efforts, they can start building automation script, which help us out to accelerate our automation tests. We are heavily using the AI for automation, be it writing the test or generating the comments or documentation, or we are also like trying with the auto healing and all these things. So that's something we have done that help us out. The third thing was we have enabled the team. We have trained them in a way that they can efficiently write automation scripts. So this is about the building. After building, we think about, okay, now we have let's say 500 test cases and it is taking like X amount of time. That is also we want to shorten. So we started looking at, okay, how we can do the things in parallel. We started doing the parallel executions using some of the tools and plugins. We started leveraging some of the portals which allow us to do the parallel executions like Browstick or LabNetS itself with hyper automations and everything, right? So it has helped us out on all this stuff. So this is how we are able to scale our automation efforts and minimizing our automation execution.
Thank you so much, Shailesh, for defining that. That definitely sounds like a great strategy because test automation, especially at scale, can be a bit difficult, but the approaches that you mentioned definitely could make it more efficient and sustainable in a long run. So thanks for sharing those approaches. And what are the key considerations when selecting and implementing AI/ML tools for testing within a QA team? Because I'm sure that our audience would want to know more about those.
Yeah. So there was again one of the challenging thing for us. Okay, what to choose? There are a lot many things in the market. There are
Mhm.
some plugins available. There are some like chat-based stuff available, like ChatGPT or Gemini or Copilot and all that. What to
Yep.
use? Right? There are models available. So which
Yep.
model to use? There are some paid entities available. There are certain tools available, like no code, low code platform available, which is integrating AI very
Yep.
efficiently. There are certain tools available to generate the test case and all, and we analyze them, and everything is good. I won't say this is a better or this is not and all. What we should do or what we have done is first thing is we need to check how it is aligned with your problem statement. Which what problem you want to solve. Our problem was two things we want to solve is we want to generate the test cases using AI. We want to create our automation script using AI. We want to write our automation script. So for that, okay, we look for some of the plugins which is helpful for us. Now with those plugins, which we look for us, we the second thing we thought is okay, how good it is to integrate with our current tech stack. We are using Jira and Sapphire, and can we do some integration with that so it directly read my requirement from Jira and generate the test case for me. We are doing the CI/CD using the Azure. Can we integrate these AI tools or plugins with that? That is something we can do. So integration capability is again a very key area that we need to do that. The third thing was the accuracy. We got four plugins. We got the Continue plugin. We got like Chat Genie. We got some Chat GPT plugins and all. And we started checking what is the accuracy level of things that we want to do that. We learned that okay, when we started, so some of the tools were good with the language. If you are using something with a Python or JavaScript, but they are not good with Java. Now my tech stack was Java. I want something which helped me out to generate the accurate code in Java. And we have seen that okay, the continue plugin, which is good, which we are using with the Helm or something. So that we were using that plugin because it is more accurate for my problem statement, my tech stack, right? So that is the third thing. The fourth thing is, again, as I said in my answer for automation, don't make it in complex, right? So which is easy to use, right? We should go ahead with that. Right? We started with the GPT pilot, but the team members were more comfortable with using those plugins directly, which is integrated with the VS Code. So we started going with that because the ease of use was there and all. And after doing all these things, we have done lots of piloting. And again, the feedback loop help us out to choose the correct tool for the AI.
Thank you, Shailesh, because I am sure that the QE teams out there, a lot of times they'll also have to look at the tech stack that they are using, as you mentioned, right? And then figure out what works best for them based on the team's abilities or skills as well. Very valuable insights. Moving on to the next question, how do you address the potential biases and limitations of AI ML models in your testing processes?
Okay, yeah, so bias, very good thing. When I like this thing or I like that thing. No, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
good, that is not good and all. So first of all, I am the believer of nobody can replace human. So when
Yeah.
automation buzz was there, I'm an old school guy. I started my journey in 2006 where things were more into the desktop based, and then something came on the web based and all, and then automation came. Okay, now we don't need a manual tester, but still manual tester exists, and more important, something else came. Okay, we don't this doesn't exist. Similarly, when AI came, as people started talking, okay, AI will replace us. I was thinking, no, AI will help us. AI will help us to make our life easy, right? So to do that, okay, we need to have that mindset. Instead of thinking about any biases that we heard of, we need to start implementing them. We need to start checking things practically, right? So AI or ML, right? So the name itself is a machine learning, right? It's a machine, right? And it's a machine learning program. You need to teach that even once it learn, it implement, right? I have my son, 12-year old, and I want to get him to do something. I have to just feed him with the more and more information. Then only he can do the things more better way. Similarly, you need to train your model, right? So what you need to do is you need to check the any AI model or plugin with the very diverse amount of the test data. Right? I said, okay, Selenium and Java is a one thing, and if I just go with that, and all, and then I may get the result, I may not get the result, right? So that will not help us out. what we check with the different languages, we check with different type of domains, right? So that help us out to make sure, okay, then how accurate the model is, right? So we are using the diverse data to train our models, right? One of the example is, okay, we what we have done is just to train train the model into like for the test case, and just to it learn our products. We have like huge amount of all the help documents and all. We started feeding that to our AI agents, and then we start asking the question. So with different products documentation feeding, it started giving more accurate results. So this is where like we overcome these biases, right? We do the regular validations of those things, right? So like we started using it, and then what happened is we are human, and we started, okay, this person is doing good, or this agent is doing good. Okay, like we blindly trust on that. We don't do that. We regularly validate that, and there is a good amount of human intervention. We don't want to do everything autonomous. We're using AI to make things quicker, to make the things more better, but not to do everything automatically via AI. There is some amount of human intervention is there, and it is really helping us out. Third thing is we are already make ourselves aware about what are the limitations of the tools we are using. We know that, okay, it can do this thing only, not above that, and that message is going above and beyond about the level. So there won't be any wrong expectations is being set up. This is how we cope up with the limitations.
Thank you so much. I mean, it's a very crucial point because AI/ML has so much potential, but at the same time, there is so much, I would say, initially, as you rightly said, right, there was also a lot of fear and this questioning among people that whether it would end up replacing testers, for instance, or dev teams, for
So,
instance, right? But
yeah,
as you said, it's rightly not the case. And of course, what the approaches that you shared, that's also very thought-provoking. In fact, Lambda Test also came up with Kane AI, which
yeah.
is our testing assistant. We call it world's first end-to-end software testing agent. And um, as you said, right, it's again something to help testers out there so that they can author and evolve their end-to-end test cases just using natural language. So it's not basically going to replace testers at the and AI/ML is not going to replace testers at the end of the day.
And we are currently
And
validating it.
great, sounds good. Moving on to the next question, how does Product Squads ensure its QE teams has the necessary skills to effectively leverage Agile DevOps and AI/ML technologies? And I'm sure that you'll have a lot of insights because you've seen how the quality engineering space has been evolving from past nearly a decade or so, right? So yes.
For this question, I would start with, okay, so though we started like in 2023, but we started with the mindset of creating a really good culture of mentorship, really good culture of like learning and all. And there are really good leaders join the company, and first the leaders join, and then we build the whole team. So that
Yep.
always helped us help everyone out, because there's a leader already there, and we are then recruiting more people, hiring more people, and once they join, we have created a really good onboarding program, which includes a training in the agile, which includes a training in automation and AI. So training in automation, it's not only how to do the automation, but before that, it is like why we are doing the automation, right? How to write the efficient automation. Okay, what to automate, what to not automate. That is the like a key focus area that we do have, instead of only how to automate. For how to automate, okay, we are using so many online learning courses and certifications. That's something people can do. But as a leader, what we are focusing in is why to do that particular thing, or what to do. Right, similar thing in Agile, right? So you're using Agile, but like how you can efficiently implement Agile. And Agile, being Agile is not like any methodology or process. It's a mindset. And that is what like we have cultivated at ProductSquad, that we are having the agile mindset, right? So we are ready to adapt any new changes and all. In fact, we are hiring lots of interns. So we have good internship programs. Last 2 years, we are hiring the interns, and for that, we have very tailor-made 2 or 3 months of internship program, which includes all these things, agile or automation, along with all other industry standard courses available. So that's something we are doing to keep our team up to date with the latest trends, keep them aware about, okay, what are the right things to do and what are not, we know not to do that. This is about to learning, right? A part of that, we have some regular mentorship and knowledge sharing sessions and all. Like we have regular workshops, tech sessions, brown bag sessions. That's something we are doing every week, bi-weekly, monthly, etc., which help people out to learn new things, which help to share anything that they learn, anything they have implemented, any small or big innovation they have made in their particular work. They can come up on the floor and they can share those things, which motivate and help other to ensure, okay, this is something I can do that. So there's a regular knowledge sharing sessions happening. We are so much keen about the hackathon. So in a year, I mean, unless we are not doing the hands-on, right? So we cannot be so much confident. And hackathon is like something where you have those 24 hours or 48 hours hackathon where you just do this coding, you just do all your hands-on for like immense amount of time without looking back, without even sleeping and all. People really enjoyed that, and we got really good hands-on practice with that. Even the people like us who are into the leadership role and doing more on like leadership activities or strategic stuff and all. We got a chance to do hands-on with that. So hackathons that really help us out. We have good Christian collaborations which help people to learn new products, new technology, etc. We have some online platforms like LinkedIn Learning and all, and certifications program. We are using AWS Skill Builders, etc., which help the team be up to date. This is how we are scaling our team on all these technologies.
Thank you so much, Shailesh. Very insightful approaches again, especially how you are combining, internship programs, hackathons, and then also relying on all the materials, as you said, that's available on the internet, for instance, right? And the end goal for every leader is to make sure that it's efficient
Yeah.
automation that is going to happen. So, of course, investing in that skill development definitely helps the team, but also I'm, I think helps drive the success of the organization at the end of the day. What an incredible session. Thank you so much,
Thank
Shailesh, for
you.
sharing your deep expertise and strategies. Yeah, it has been a pleasure hosting you. I'm sure that our listeners would definitely like to implement the strategies that you shared for overcoming challenges that they face in quality engineering wherever um, possible. And of course, the real world examples that you have shared again gives, adds a lot more value to them. To our audience, thank you so much for joining us and contributing to the engaging discussion. Stay tuned for more episodes of Lambda Test XP series, where we continue to transform ideas and innovations in testing. Thanks once again, Shailesh. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Kavya. Thanks a lot once again for having me over here. And thank you, everyone. Okay, namaste and bye.